Hello students, in today's class we are going to learn chapter 11 constructions. We have only two models in this class. Actually there are three prescribed things in your syllabus and one being deleted in 2021. So you have only two models. One is division of a line segment and the other one is how to draw tangent from an external point, to construct a tangent to a circle from a point outside it. These are the two models we are going to learn. So first let us see how to divide a line segment in the given ratio. How to divide a line segment in the given ratio. First let me explain theoretically, then I will show you how to construct it, right? So first step what you have to do here is any line which is given, and if you want to divide it in the ratio m/n. First you have to draw the line and draw any ray AX such that it should make a acute angle with AB. Alright, it is not necessary it should be drawn downwards, it can be drawn upward also, but it should make acute angle, right? So after that, so first step we have drawn a line segment with a given measurement, then draw AX with any ray AX making acute angle with AB. Then if the ratio is 3:2 and whatever the ratio is, if the ratio is m/n, then you have to add m and n. So check what is m plus n. That many equal divisions you have to make with the newly drawn AX. For example, here we are going to divide it in the ratio 3:2. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So to make equally 5 divisions, divide the ray AX into 5 equal parts. How can we divide? Take your compass and take your any convenient radius in your compass and then place it at this point and make your arc. Without changing that, you have to make 5 arcs to make it 5 equal divisions. I will show you how to construct. Then after doing this, and since you have to divide it in the ratio 3:2, right? First is next what you have to do is you have to join the final arc with your end point B. Okay, after joining this you have to draw another line from the third point. Why it should be third? Because your ratio is 3:2. If your ratio is going to be 4:2, then from the fourth division you have to draw a line parallel to this A5B. Okay, how to draw a line parallel to this? We have to make the equal angle. How to make the equal angle? We know, right? So take your compass, place it at this end point and draw an arc, which without changing the radius, place it at your required point. If it is going to be 3 at A3, if it is going to be 4, A4, at your required point, place your compass, draw the same arc and then measure this angle measurement and place it at this end point and draw another arc where it intersects. That point you have to, through that point you have to draw a line parallel to A5B, right? So that it will intersect at the point C. Then we divided, now we have divided the line segment AB in the ratio m/n. C is the point which divides the line segment AB in the ratio m/n. Now we have to justify our construction, right? How it has become true. This is purely based on basic proportionality theorem. What is basic proportionality theorem says? If a line is parallel to this, right? And we know that by the basic proportionality theorem, the sides will be proportional, the corresponding sides, right? So AC by BC is equals to A5 by A5, this, right? So AC by AB is equal to A3 by A3 A5. That's what basic proportionality theorem says. And since the ray AX is being divided into the ratio 3:2, the line segment AB is also divided in the ratio 3:2 by the basic proportionality theorem, right? Hope you understood the justification behind our steps of construction. So what we did here, first you have to draw a line segment of the given measurement then draw any ray AX which makes acute angle with AB. Then you have to add the sum of the ratios, that many equal divisions you have to made with the newly drawn ray AX. Then you have to join the last arc with your end point. Then you have to draw a line parallel to this last line which you have drawn at the point first ratio. If it is going to be m is to n, at m point you have to draw a line parallel to this. How will you draw a line parallel to this? Not simply by placing a ruler, the angle also should be equal, then only it will be parallel, right? So you have to measure the equal angle and draw a parallel line. Then the given line segment is divided in the given ratio. You can measure and check. How we can justify this? This is justified based on the basic proportionality theorem, right? What does basic proportionality theorem says? If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, then it divides in the same ratio, right? If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, then the sides are divided in the same ratio. Since it is divided in the ratio 3:2, AB is also divided in the ratio 3:2, right? Hope you got it. Let me show you how to construct the division of a line segment in a given ratio. Now I'll explain you how to construct a line segment of length 12 cm in the ratio 3:2. As I explained the method, first we have to draw a line segment for 12 cm and let us name it as AB. Now we have to draw another ray AX such that it makes an acute angle with AB and name it as X, right? Now 3 plus 2 is 5. So we have to make 5 equal divisions at your convenient radius. So I have taken a convenient radius in the compass and place it at this point A and make 5 arcs. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now you have to join the last end point with your B. Next step is you have to draw a parallel line. If you want, you can name this as A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5. Now we have to draw a line parallel to A5B at the point A3. Why at 3? Because our ratio is 3:2. Our first value is 3. So at A3 you have to construct a line parallel to A5B. For that we have to make the equal angle. So place it at A5, take any convenient radius and draw one arc. Without changing the radius, place it at A3 and draw one arc. Now measure this angle. And place it at this intersecting point and draw another arc. Now this point of intersection, through this point of intersection and A3, you have to draw a line parallel to A5B. Right? Name this as C. Now the line segment AB is divided in the ratio 3:2. Now you can measure and check. How it's possible? See, the C point, it is 7.1 and this is 4.6. So we can check approximately whether if we add both, are we getting 12 centimeter and whether it is divided in the ratio 3:2 or not. Yes. Hope you got it. I repeat what I did. First draw a line segment AB of 12 centimeter. Then draw a ray AX at any convenient angle, but it should be acute angle. Then add the ratio and make that many arcs from here that should be divided into equal parts. Then the last point should be joined to your last end point, and after that you have to draw a line parallel to A5B at A3. Why is it A3? Because our first ratio is 3, right? First ratio is 3. So from there you have to draw a line parallel to A5B, making a equal angle, right? Hope you understood. If at all they ask you to measure and show the two parts, you can measure and show. How will you check? Here as we measured, we got 7.1 and 4.6. Right? There can be some slight variations. It doesn't matter. Now if you see, how will you verify this? This is, how will you find the ratio? 3:2. So first part should be 3/5. From where I got this 5? Sum of these two. So 3 parts out of 5. For how much? 12 centimeter, right? So 12 into 3/5 is 7.2. We got 7.1. And similarly, 2 part out of 5 for 12 centimeter is 4.8. We got 4.6. Alright, it should be 4.8. There will be some minute differences. It doesn't matter. So you can measure and write. If at all they ask you to measure the two parts, you can measure and write the two parts. Yes. And now let us see how to justify our answer. So you have to justify justification. How will you give your justification? You can write in triangle ABA5. In triangle ABA5, we see A5B is parallel to A3C. Right? Therefore, AC by BC is equals to AA3 by A3A5, right? But AA3 is 3 part and A3A5 is 2 parts, and this is AC by BC, and hence AC by BC is also divided in the ratio 3:2. This how we got by basic proportionality theorem. This how you have to give your justification. What does basic proportionality theorem says? If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect at two distinct points, then the two sides are divided in the same ratio. Then the two sides are divided in the same ratio. I repeat, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect at two distinct points, then the two sides of the triangle are divided in the same ratio, Since this line segment is divided in the ratio 3:2, this line segment is also divided in the ratio 3:2. This is what the justification behind our construction. Alright. Hope you understood how to divide a line segment in the ratio, in the given ratio. And hope you know you can give the steps of construction. How will you write your steps of construction? First, draw a line segment AB of 12 centimeter. Yes. Then draw AX by making any acute angle with the line segment AB, but with any convenient radius at A. Divide the ray AX into 5 equal parts. In the brackets you can write 3 plus 2, which is equals to 5. Then join name it as A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. Join A5B. Now at A3 draw a line A3C parallel to A5B, making a same angle. Right? Then the intersecting point is given as C. Now C divides the line segment AB in the ratio 3:2. Likewise, you can write in your own words the steps of construction, and you have to give the justification. Justification also carries marks. So you have to give the justification. You have to construct the diagram, then you have to write the steps of construction, then you have to give your justification. Right? Hope you got it. Now let me teach you how to construct the tangents to a circle from a point outside it. Now let me explain how to construct the tangents to a circle from a point outside it, right? What are the steps involved? First, join PO and bisect it. Let M be the midpoint of PO. So first, the a circle to be drawn. The radius will be given in the question. So first we have to draw a circle with a given radius. Then from outside a point, how much centimeter it is apart from the center, or some sort of information will be given about the point which is outside the circle. So P is the point outside the circle, and this is the given circle. For this circle only we are going to construct the tangents, right? Now P is the point outside the circle. Now first step what you have to do is join the point which is outside the circle with the center. Then draw the perpendicular bisector for PO. We know how to construct a perpendicular bisector. What we will do, we will take more than half of this, draw arcs both above and below from this endpoint as well as from this endpoint, right? Then join this line segment, join the point of intersection. After getting the midpoint and taking MO or MP as radius, we will draw one circle. Yes, we will draw one circle. Then it will intersect the given circle at 2 points. It will intersect the given circle at 2 points. Now those 2 points are the point of contact of the required circle. Now join that PQ and PR. Now PQ and PR are the required two tangents of the circle drawn from outside the point, right? Now how can we justify this? Now let us see how this construction works. And angle PQO is an angle in a semicircle. Yes or no? This is an angle in the semicircle. This is the newly drawn circle, and we know PO is the diameter. And if we see, this is the angle in the semicircle. And we know angle in a semicircle is 90 degree. Therefore, angle PQO is 90 degree. And hence we can say PQ is perpendicular to OQ. PQ is perpendicular to OQ. And also we can see OQ is the radius of this circle. Radius of this circle. When a radius, OQ is the radius, and this is the angle 90 degree, and PQ is perpendicular to OQ, and hence PQ should be the tangent to this circle. Yes, because we have learnt a theorem in the circles chapter which says the tangent is perpendicular to the radius drawn at the point of contact, right? And hence PQ should be the radius. Similarly, PR should also be the radius. So what is the justification we made here? This angle is 90 degree because angle in a semicircle, and hence we can say PQ is perpendicular to OQ, but OQ is the radius, and hence by the theorem PQ should be the tangent. Similarly, PR should be the tangent, and hence we have constructed two tangents for the given circle from outside a point. Right? Hope you understood. Let me show you how to construct this. Now let me show you how to construct tangents to a given circle from an external point. So your first question is, draw a circle of radius 6 cm and from a point 10 cm away from its center we are going to construct a pair of tangents. So first let us draw a circle of radius 6 cm. So measure 6 cm in your compass. Now first let us draw a circle of radius 6 cm. Measure 6 cm in your compass and draw a circle of radius 6 cm. Now it is given we have to construct, this is our center O. We have to construct tangents from a point 10 cm away from its center. So measure 10 cm from the center, right? So I have placed 10 cm here. So here is our required point. This is our point P, right? Now join PO. I have measured 10 cm from the center. Now this is our required point PO. Now we have to draw the perpendicular bisector for PO. How will you construct the perpendicular bisector? Take more than half of PO and draw arcs both above and below. Without changing the radius, place it at O and draw arcs. Now join the point of intersection. This is the procedure to construct the perpendicular bisector. So this is the midpoint. Now we can name it as M. Now this is the midpoint for PO. Now taking OM or MP as radius, right? Taking MP as radius, we are going to draw a circle. Draw a circle. Now, newly drawn circle will intersect the old circle at 2 points. Name it as R and S. Now, join PR and PS. These are the two required tangents. So, we have drawn tangents from an external point which is 10 centimeter away from the center. So, I repeat the procedure. First, we have to construct a circle of the given radius, then measure the point outside the circle from the center as the measurement which is given in the question. Then join PO. Draw the perpendicular bisector for PO by taking more than half of it. Draw arcs both above and below. Join the point of construction, join the point of intersection. Then this is our M, right? Midpoint of PO, which MP as radius. Draw a circle. The newly drawn circle will intersect the previous circle at 2 points. That is the point of contact of tangent, right? So, join PR and PS. PR and PS are the two required tangents. Now, how we will justify this construction? As I explained you earlier, we know clearly this angle is 90 degree because this is angle in this semicircle. This is a semicircle and this is the angle in the semicircle. We know angle in a semicircle is 90 degree and hence OR is perpendicular to PR, and clearly OR is the radius of this bigger circle, and hence by the theorem tangent drawn at the point of contact with the radius is perpendicular. So, PR is the required tangent to this circle. Similarly, we can tell OS is also perpendicular to PS and hence PS is also another tangent, right? Hope you understood. Hope you can give your own steps of construction. Now, how will you give the justification? How will you write your justification? As I told you, you can write angle PRO. Angle PRO is equal to 90 degree since angle in a semicircle. Angle in a semicircle. And OR is the radius. OR is the radius. And OR is perpendicular to PR, hence PR is the tangent to the circle, right? In some question they may ask you to measure the length of the tangent, to find the length of the tangent and justify by checking its actual measurement. How to find the length of the tangent without actual measurement? We can use Pythagoras theorem for this triangle. Which triangle? You can use Pythagoras theorem to this right triangle, right? Because we know the measurement of this. OR is the radius of this circle, which is 6 centimeter, and we know the distance of the point from the center, PO. PO is 10 centimeter. So, we can very well find what is PR since PRO is a right triangle. So, you can write in triangle PRO, right, which is the hypotenuse, side opposite to 90 degree. So, PO square is equals to RO square plus. So, PR is equals to 100, PO is 10 centimeter and RO is 6 centimeter. So, 10 square is equal to 6 square plus RP square. Now, PR is equals to 100 minus 36, which is 64. Therefore, PR is square root of 64, which is 8 centimeter. You can check by measuring with your scale. See, it is 8 centimeter and hence we justified our answer. This is the full justification. So, in this justification, what you have to write? First you have to write how it is the tangent, and you have to check the measurement of the tangent by using Pythagoras theorem, and whatever answer you are getting through Pythagoras theorem should be equal to the length of the tangent what you have drawn. That is the justification for this construction, right? So this is the basic thing to draw how to draw the tangents from the external point of a circle, right? So using this they have asked a few questions in exercise 11.2 by not directly giving you an external point, but instead they have given you a few other ways. They, instead of giving you the external point directly, they have given you some other constraints, but the method is this. What is the method? First you have to identify the external point. Once you know the external point and the center, after that the procedure is same. You have to know where is the center and you should know where is the external point. Once you have identified the center of a circle and the external point, what you should do? Join the external point with the center, draw the perpendicular bisector for this, taking the midpoint and one end point as the radius, draw one circle. Where the circle intersects will be the point of contact of the tangent. So join that external point and the point of contacts. Those two are the required tangents. This is the method, right? So in the forthcoming problems, there will be some task in identifying your center and the external point. So after identifying the center and the external point, you should proceed with the regular steps, right? Hope you got it. Let me explain the remaining problems as well. Now if you see the second question, construct a tangent to a circle of radius 4 cm from a point on the concentric circle of radius 6 cm and measure its length. So we are going to draw a tangent to a circle of 4 cm, right? And where is the point outside? Where is the external point lies? It lies on the concentric circle of radius 6 cm. So how will you construct it? Also verify the measurement by actual calculation. So how will you do this? First you have to draw a circle for 4 cm. So you have to draw a circle for 4 cm. As I told you, once you know the center and the external point, we can proceed with our regular steps. So to identify our external point, what they have given, there is a concentric circle. What is meant by concentric circle? Circle with the same radius, same center, right? So with keeping this as center and 6 cm as radius, you have to draw another circle. You have to draw another circle. This is 6 cm, right? That is what concentric circle. Now your external point is somewhere on this circle, right? Now your external point is somewhere on the circle. It is not necessary you should take here. You can take anywhere on the circumference of the circle, right? Suppose if I am going to take my point here, this is my P and this is my center. Now proceed with your usual steps. What we will do, we will join the external point with our center, right? Then we will draw the perpendicular bisector for PO by taking more than half of this. Draw arcs both above and below from P, similarly from O, and join this point of intersection. Sorry, I am drawing rough diagram. So this is our midpoint M with PM as radius. Draw another circle. Okay, we will draw another circle. We will draw another circle. Right, it will come like this because we have taken PM as radius, right? PM as radius, so it will, the circle will be like this. It won't go beyond P, right? After constructing a circle, check where the drawn circle intersects our required circle, not the outer circle. Inner circle is our aim. Where it intersects, that is our point of contact. Now join this P with this line. So these are the required tangents, right? These are the required tangents. Now how will you measure the length of this tangent? We know this is the right triangle. Yes, and we know the measurement of this PO. How we know the measurement of PO? PO is 6 centimeter, right? PO is the radius of the outer circle. So this is 6 centimeter, and this point, if we name this as R, this is the radius of the inner circle, which is 4 centimeter. This is 6 centimeter. So as I explained in the previous problem, by using Pythagoras theorem, because this is 90 degree, we can find what is PR. And check with your ruler whether that value and this value coincides. That gives the justification. Yes. So first we have to identify the point. Instead of giving you directly where that point lies, they have told you the point lies on the concentric circle, right? So you have to draw one concentric circle with a given radius, identify the point, then join the center with the point, draw the perpendicular bisector, taking the MP as radius, draw another circle, and where the circle intersects with your required circle is the point of contact. Through that you draw the tangents, right? Hope you got it. Let us move on to the next question. Now the third question is, draw a circle of radius 3 cm. Take 2 points P and Q on one of its extended diameter, each at a distance of 7 cm from its center. Draw tangents to the circle from these 2 points P and Q. So what is given? First we have to draw a circle of radius 3 cm. We have to draw a circle for radius 3 cm. Right? They asked you to take 2 points P and Q on one of its extended diameter. You have to take any diameter and you have to choose a point P and Q on its diameter, each at a distance of 7 cm from its center. So from the center it should be 7 cm. From the center it should be 7 cm. Right? So you have to choose the points P and Q in such a way on the diameter. Right? Now draw tangents to the circle from these 2 points. So once you know the center and an external point, you know how to construct. So far we have drawn tangents from only one external point. In this problem we are going to draw tangents from 2 external points. How you will draw? After joining PO, the same procedure. Draw the perpendicular bisector, get the point of midpoint, then with this as radius we will draw a circle. Where it intersects, join that point of intersection with this. This will give you the 2 tangent through P. Similarly for OQ also you have to draw. So we can get another 2 tangents through Q. Right? Hope you can do this. Let us see the next question. Fourth one, draw a pair of tangents to a circle of radius 5 cm which are inclined to each other at an angle of 60 degree. This is a indirect question. So instead of giving you the external point directly, they have given you the angle between the 2 tangents, right? Which are inclined to each other at an angle of 60 degree. Right? Now how to construct this? Let me show you. See, in the fourth problem, they have given you a circle and the 2 tangents inclined at an angle 60 degree. Right? Now how to identify these 2 points where it inclined at angle 60 degree? So if we know the center, we know the point of contact with the center and the tangent is 90 degree, right? This is also 90 degree. So if we use the angle sum property of a quadrilateral, is this not a quadrilateral? Yes, it has 4 sides, therefore it is a quadrilateral. We know the sum of all the 4 angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So this is 90, this is 90 and this is 60. Therefore this angle should be 120 degree. Right? So using this property only we are going to construct. How to construct? First let us draw a circle for 5 centimeter as radius. Yes. Then after drawing a circle with 5 centimeter as radius, let us take this as radius, right? OA. Take this point as O and measure 120 degree. So we can get another point B. Right? Now through this point A, we have to construct a tangent. So just like that we cannot draw, because we know that point of contact between the angle between the radius and the tangent is 90 degrees. So place your protractor here and measure 90 degree and draw the tangent. Similarly, place your protractor here and construct 90 degree. That will give you the tangent. These are the two tangents. Let me show you practically how to construct it now. Now in the question they have given you, it is a circle of radius 5 centimeter. So I am going to draw a circle. I have measured 5 centimeter in my compass. So I am going to construct a circle for 5 centimeter. This is my center. Now draw any radius and name it as A. Yes. Now as by angle-sum property of a quadrilateral, we have identified this angle. We have identified the angle between the two radiuses 120 degree. How we got it? Using angle-sum property of a quadrilateral. They have given you the angle between the two tangents is 60 degrees. Since this and this are 90 degree, this will become 120 degree, right? Now I am going to measure 120 degree. So place your protractor on the radius and measure 120 degree. 120 is an obtuse angle, so it will come this side, right? So after measuring 120 degree, join that. So this is B, right? So this is 120 degree. Now we have to construct 90 degree to draw the tangent. So here is 90 degree. So if we join the point of contact with 90 degree, we can obtain the tangent. Similarly, here also you have to measure 90 degree. Hope you know why are we measuring 90 degree, because the radius and the tangent, the angle between the radius and the tangent is 90 degree, right? So these are the two required tangents which are inclined at an angle 60 degree, right? Hope you understood. Yes. So instead of giving you the external point directly, here they have given you the tangents inclined at an angle 60 degree. So only if we know the angle between the two radius, we can construct it. So how will you justify here? After writing the steps of construction, you have to tell OAPB is a quadrilateral. Therefore, by angle-sum property of a quadrilateral, angle OAB is 120 degree. Right? Hope you understood. Let us see the next question now. Now the next question is quite interesting. See, draw a line segment AB of length 8 centimeter. Taking A as center, draw a circle of radius 4 centimeter, and taking B as center, draw another circle of radius 3 centimeter. Construct tangents to each circle from the center of the other circle. So when you are constructing tangent of one circle, you should treat the other circle center as your external point. Yes. So first step, you have to draw a line segment AB of measurement 8 centimeter. Then taking A as your center, you have to draw a circle for 4 centimeter. You have to measure 4 centimeter in your compass, place it at A and draw one circle. Similarly, taking B as your center and taking 3 centimeter as the radius, you have to draw another circle. Okay. And you have to construct a tangent to the circle by taking B as your external point. Now B as your external point, A is the center. So for this, let us draw the perpendicular bisectors. Then this is the midpoint. Taking this as radius, what we will do? We will construct one circle. Right? We will construct one circle. It will pass through A and B. It will pass through A and B. We will get a circle like this. Now where it intersects this circle will be the point of intersection. So from here to here we will join. So these two are the tangents of this circle. And if you see the beauty of this, when we need to draw the tangents for this circle, again you have to take A as your external point. If you take A as your external point, B is the center, again AB is going to be your line segment. Again the perpendicular bisector, everything is going to be same. So where this circle intersects the smaller circle will be the point of intersection for this circle. So join this A and this point. These are the two required tangents for this circle. Yes, hope you got it. Again you don't want to redo it, because anyhow you are going to get the same circle and same point of intersection, right? Your M is going to be the midpoint, same circle only you are going to get. So where it intersects the smaller circle, point of intersection, you need to join it with A. That gives the two tangents of this circle, and if you join point of intersection of this circle with B, will give you the two tangents of the other circle, right? Hope you got it. Now let us see the next question. Let ABC be a right triangle in which AB equal to 6 cm, BC is 8 cm and angle B is 90 degree. BD is the perpendicular from B on AC. The circle through BCD is drawn. Now construct the tangents from A to this newly drawn circle. Now let me show you how can we construct this. First let us construct the right triangle with base. AB is given as 6 cm. So I am going to draw the base for 6 cm, right? So AB is 6 cm and it is given angle B is 90 degree. So measure 90 degree from angle B using your protractor. After measuring angle B as 90 degree, it is given BC is 8 cm. So measure 8 cm in your compass. Place it at B and draw an arc. So extend it. The point of intersection is your C, right? Now we got our right triangle ABC. So first step is over. We have constructed a right triangle where AB is 6 cm, BC is 8 cm and angle B is 90 degree. Then they asked you to draw BD. BD is perpendicular from B on AC. So we have to draw a perpendicular from AC through B, right? So it should be perpendicular through B. Here it should be 90 degree. So here is the point D. Through B it should be 90 degree, right? Through B it should be 90 degree. So here is the point. So this is the perpendicular. If you want you can draw a dotted line, and this is your D, right? We have located a point D on AC such that it is perpendicular on AC through B. Right? Now we have to construct a circle which passes through the points B, C and D. Right? We have to construct a circle which passes through the point B, C and D. So how can we do this? As usual we are going to draw the perpendicular bisector for this BC. Take more than half of this. Draw arcs both above and below which are without changing the radius. Draw arcs from C. Join the point of intersection. Now with this as radius, let us draw a circle, right? And clearly it passes through all the 3 points B, C and D. See, the circle passes through B, C and D, right? So I repeat what we did here. First we have constructed a right triangle with the given measurements. Then they asked you to construct BD perpendicular through B on AC, right? We have located the point D. Then they asked you to draw a circle which passes through the 3 points B, C and D. So draw the perpendicular bisector for BC to get its middle point, and as usual what we did, we have taken MC as radius and we have drawn a circle. It passes through all the 3 points. Then they asked you to construct the tangents for this circle. Construct the tangents for this circle from the point A. Now we got the center and an external point. So what is the next step we should do? We will join the center and the external point. We will join the center and the external point. Then this is the center for this circle, right? Then we will draw the perpendicular bisector for this line segment by taking more than half. Placing at A and M, we have to draw the arcs and join the point of intersection. Now we got the midpoint for our AM. Now taking A and N as our radius, let us draw a circle. This is the usual procedure what we will do to construct the tangent from the external point, right? Now if we see this circle intersect our required circles at these 2 points, right? Now join these 2 points with A. I am darkening the lines to show it clearly. So these 2 are the tangents, right? And AB is our another tangent. So we have drawn, if you want you can name this as T. So AT and AB are the 2 required tangents, right? So I repeat what we did now. First we have constructed the right triangle with the given measurements. Then we have drawn a perpendicular through B on AC. We named it as D. Then we have taken more than half of BC to construct a circle which passes through. We have constructed the perpendicular bisector to construct a circle which passes through all the 3 points B, C and D. Then in the question they asked you to draw the tangent for this constructed circle from the point A. So as soon as we identified the center and the external point, we have followed the usual procedure. What is it? First we will join the center with the external point, then we will construct the perpendicular bisector for this AM, then we will construct a circle with this as our radius, and we will see where the circle intersects our previous circle, that is a point of contact. We will join the external point with the point of contact to get the required tangents. Yes? Hope you understood. If you have doubts, you can ask me. Let us move on to the last question. Now the last question is, draw a circle with the help of a bangle. Take a point outside the circle. Construct the pair of tangents from this point to the circle. Hope you remember this. We have learnt in our class 9 how to obtain the center of a circle. We have learnt in circles chapter, center lies on the cards, perpendicular bisectors of the cards. Hope you remember. I'll explain you how to identify the center because we are going to construct a circle using bangle. So only if we identify the center, we can proceed in drawing the tangents, right? So first you have to draw one circle using a bangle. Only if we identify the center, we can proceed with the remaining steps. So how to identify the center? Draw any 2 non-parallel cards. Okay, draw any 2 non-parallel cards. Any 2 cards you can draw. Then you draw the construct a perpendicular bisector for these 2 cards. Okay, and for this card also you have to draw the perpendicular bisector. The point of intersection of the perpendicular bisectors is the center, right? And you can choose any external point. Now you got the center and the external point, and you know how to construct the tangent from the external point, right? So the usual procedure you have to follow. So what is the procedure to identify the center of a circle? The center will lie on the perpendicular bisectors of any 2 non-parallel cards, right? So you can draw any 2 cards, anywhere you can draw. What is meant by a card? A card is a line segment passing through the whose endpoints lie on the circumference of the circle. A card is the line segment whose end points lie on the circumference of the circle. Alright, so you can draw any two cards and draw the perpendicular. You know how to construct a perpendicular bisector. Construct perpendicular bisector for both the cards and their point of intersection will be the center. Once you identified the center, you can take any external point. That's what given in the question. So take any external point and construct the tangent from the external point. Yes, thus we have come to the end of this chapter. Construction is again a mark scoring chapter. I want you to do all the problems from exercise 11.2. Exercise 11.2, question number 1 to 7 and exercise 11.1, question number 1. The remaining questions in exercise 11.2 is been omitted from our syllabus. Constructing similar triangles, that has been omitted. So if you thorough these two models, definitely you can score marks from this chapter. Okay, so with this let us wind up today's class, and if you have any doubts you can ask me. Thank you, students.